In February 2012, MSI completed a 2.5-year project in eastern Congo, in the eastern provinces of the Democratic Republic of Congo. This was a project funded by USAID, which aimed to rebuild and rehabilitate local communities. When I say rebuild, it was physical rebuilding with new infrastructures like schools or maternities, but also rebuild the sense of communities, the sense of living together. After 10 years of conflict, people were still very much, there's a very high level of mistrust between people. You have different ethnic groups living in the same village. They don't speak to each other. There's permanent tensions. You have people who are coming back after 10 years. They see someone else occupying their land, someone else living in their house, which creates high level of tensions. With this project, the idea was to bring resources to rebuild, as I mentioned, the schools or the maternities, but in a way that would be run by the people themselves. Together, they vote on what they need. Together, they form committees where you have men and women, all the various ethnic groups that live in the village working together, and together they manage the project. Manage, that includes even the budget. They choose the suppliers, choose the contractors who will build the schools, and they run it from A to Z. And by this, you not only at the end leave behind the project a new school, what you leave behind is a village that has learned to work together towards a common goal. And by bringing resources, you bring a reason for them to come together. And in parallel also where the project leaves is mediation committees in the same villages. Because what you see in a country where the justice system is still deficient, and it's going to take years to rebuild it effectively, local conflicts like conflicts between neighbors, like my cows are invading your field and are eating your vegetable or the rice that you're growing, there's not for the moment an easy avenue, someone to go to. Those mediation committees provide exactly that, and they provide a way that reassures people that somebody is listening to them, that reassures them also that there's a way of solving that conflict in a way that's not violence and in a way that doesn't risk ending up in an escalation. And the combination of the two was something new. It was the first time that in this part of the Congo this was done together, having both the reconciliation element and the reconstruction element. And what we believe we've achieved, and this was also confirmed by 2 external evaluations funded by USAID, was that the combination of the two leaves behind villages that have improved interaction, a higher level of social cohesion, which you didn't see before. What I'm really proud of is that now what you see is, for the first time, I think, in that area, pygmies, for instance, which are really the outcasts, they were included in those committees. They had a say in what they wanted to see. Their children, in many villages, for the first time, their children could go to the village school. Before, they would be rejected. And now this is something that is taking place, and this is something that will last. It's not going to change. It can only improve in the future. And the other thing also is those villages have now together come up with development plans about what they want for the next 5 years. And so they have been able to engage with the authorities at the district level. And some of the districts came back to us and say, this looks good. Could you do this in all the villages of our district?